I'm not late. Your clock is wrong. It's exactly whatever 45. I got out of bed like 10 minutes ago. I'm still going back to sleep once this is over. They did actually, yeah, they did play the beta trailer like just a bit ago, like a couple minutes ago. I opened the stream and they were just finishing playing the beta trailer. It's 8:45, which isn't that normal for a normal human being, but for me it is. I am barely a functional human before like 10 a.m. or something. Extremely, yeah, because morning voice. I think they're showing a trailer for Wu Chang right now. Oh, it was by Sucker Punch? Oh. It was by Sucker Punch.
Who are you?
So yeah, the stream starts in
I thought we
13 minutes.
family.
Starts on the hour.
The snake.
Oh, it's English trailer, okay.
The Oni. The Kitsune.
Oh yeah, is this Yote, not Wu Chang?
The spider. The dragon. Lord.
Or Neo?
What are we going to
is
do with
Yote.
this one, Saito?
Oh yeah, Sucker Punch, yeah. Okay, so yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right. Studio. Should have been a hint,
Came to
probably.
this little wolf.
The stream isn't just about Enfield. I think it is. They have like, cause this is not like the full stream. This is them just like playing existing trailers for content. It is not like the stream proper yet. Hello, Coper is so real. Official Bilibili. Yeah, this is the official Bilibili place. And if I make it smaller, you can see. This is the
Why do you always call me that?
official PlayStation Bilibili
Means
channel.
one who is easily lost in the hunt.
Me the copium tank. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see if anything happens. Even if nothing else happens, I'm just taking like the hey, okay, I get to see like the controller bindings, I guess. Did I just wake up? Yes. 20 minutes ago. It was indeed Ghost of Yote. I have yet to play
I have to go home.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Back where all this started.
October 2nd, whoa.
PlayStation.
I feel like we could very well get a new trailer. And well, because it would not be completely unreasonable, right? For them to
抱着剑要去哪儿？
announce like
树
a
林
third beta here.
凉州，
It would not be
长安的
like
日子
insane to announce it here,
也在
even if
凉州
they've
这样好吗？
never really announced
他们想
anything
关注我，
else at like events like this
所以
or
来找我
whatever.
的观音。
What in the hell,
这
yeah?
次飞进
It's
歌
too
声
early for
都能看见自己的
pregnancy. So like they could, because it's like a big event and so on, and it's like they're, you know, the PlayStation and so on, and they're releasing on PlayStation, so they could, and maybe the beta maybe is also on PlayStation, so then it would make sense for them to announce like a beta or something here. Because we are very much expecting a third beta. We're expecting a third beta. But then it's more so, okay, do they actually announce it here, or what the hell? Oh, right, because it's...
我们去哪儿？
It's giving us the notification that yes, in 10 minutes it starts. Actually, no, did I press it? Was just like a hey subscribe button. Spider-Man? This is the whatever, this is GTA gacha. Anime GTA. What's the name of it? Yeah, Nanta. Wait, Anna, is it... Was something was Neverness to Everness? Is that a separate thing? Like, then there was one game that changed its name at some point? Okay, is that Nillet? Might be, yeah. Whoa! Whoa! Working out! It looks different, it does. What happened? Okay, it wasn't on there. Oh yeah, it was Mugen Project first, so yeah. Yeah, never, yeah, NTE and Ananta are indeed separate games. Oh, it's the game. That one game. I can't look at this game normally anymore. After watching Nyanners play it with the pregnancy mod and also the absolute humongous bagababoomba booba mods.
How much more do we have to go? It's surprising to see.
I can't look at it normally anymore. With what mod? Yes. There are visual mods to make Eve incredibly pregnant. Like huge belly.
There will be nothing left of you when I'm finished.
It's now just like it's a cognito hazard in my brain now. For the record, incredibly funny. It is incredibly funny. There's a video of it on Nyanners' channel. I'm almost there.
It's me you want.
7 minutes. I'm not pausing. No, yeah, look, the trailer is so long. You'll have time. Space? 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 PlayStation. This is like pre-show, yeah. The actual stream, I think, actually doesn't start. There was a schedule somewhere. I saw a schedule, and it's like they have like actual slots, and this is all just kind of like in between shows stuff, and then they have like hour slots for stuff, and the next slot is in 5 minutes for Enfield. Commercials so long, yeah. But this is a little bit different because I'm assuming once it goes live, it'll be actual footage from the convention because it's a physical convention, so. Whole Enfield server yesterday, tomorrow Enfield, it's everywhere. Enfield tomorrow. Hey there, Plus. Also more English trailers.
Come north to disappear.
Surprising amount of English trailers. Oh, it's Yote again? Is it a different trailer or the same one? Oh, no, there it goes. Steam, I'll go, there it is. 14 to 15. We're the third one there, right there. Arknights Endfield. At least I recognize Arknights, the kanjis. Yeah. Here we are. We're the third slot. Soon, as in 5 minutes. Why is it's spawning the same schedule? There's no other schedule. It's just there. No. It's in 5 minutes. Not another hour. I would not be here if we had to wait for another hour. I checked the time multiple times so that I wasn't getting up earlier than I needed to. So I think it translates to Arknights Endfield and then like some kind of, I think it was like developer showcase or something like that. It's fun because it's the last day of like the schedules or whatever, so it's just it's playing like the animation for the new schedule. Like, oh, this is the next schedule and the next schedule, but it's just the same schedule. Wow. I guess I could take my... well, I'll take my headphones if it actually starts. I don't know what the last sketch was, because the only thing that matters is the third one. Right here. Arknights Endfield, and then it was like the developer showcase or something like that. Okay, now they stopped the pre-show, now it's just like waiting music and schedule showing. Did I really see anything new? Like, maybe? It's like a 45, supposedly like a 45-minute little showcase thing. I mean, even at the very least, the new thing that we'll see is we'll see controller gameplay. You know? Because it's gonna be on PlayStation, obviously. And is there indeed no announcement even on the Enfield Billies and stuff? Which does somewhat make you wonder if even like the Enfield Billies or Weibos and stuff don't have any particular announcement. Let me check actually. Enfield Weibo. Yep. No announcement about this particular thing on the Weibo. At the very least. And why do I not have the Enfield Billy bookmark? Interesting. Shaking my head. Apparently, I don't know what. Interesting. Why do I not have it? They pretty much control the HUD and UI. Like, at the very least, that's what's gonna be new. Even if nothing else. Indeed. Starting. No way. Actually, it's gonna be a little funny though. How I'm not like, I'm not like gonna understand anything that's being spoken or any of the text, which is gonna be funny. So pretty much all I'm looking out for is if I see a chunk of text that I can recognize as a date, and then I can be like, okay, screenshot, go translate. Then yeah, because it's all in Chinese. It's loading, look, it's loading. It also lagged slightly. I'm seeing Ave Muchika stickers in the chat again. Also Arknights. I saw Chongu's sticker. It's beginning! Did they just play the trailer? They played it earlier? I might have to mute this, by the way. I'm just telling you right now, I might have to mute this just because I can't be bothered to deal with the copyright. It's the old trailer, but if they play the whole thing, I'll mute it. Also, there's like some background music still going on. Okay, it is. Sorry, stream. We've already watched this trailer on stream, and I tanked it, I believe. I'll say, is it squashed slightly? Is it squashed slightly, like this way? I can't be bothered to tank it again. It is stretched. Why is it stretched? It's stretched on my screen as well. By the way. Like, it's not my just stream, it's also just... It's stretched on the official stream for some reason, or like squished. Interesting. Okay, but the fact that they're also just playing the old trailer, it's somewhat my copium. It's the old trailer still. Hand it over. Where is it? My copium. Always bet on nothing. Also, yeah, the trailers in the like preview or the whatever the pre-show section was also like what's it now? New trailer at the end. Also, there's some background music going on. There's like background music going on. There's like the waiting stream music still going on in the background as well. Huh? Scuffed stream? Oh, but also, the trailer actually did have some slight changes. There was some sound effects, like for example there for the marble. See here? The waiting music is still just in the background at all times. Do I have to refresh, or is it actually them who scuffed it up? I don't have like any other tab. Okay, now it's gone. Oh, now it's gone.
好的，那么刚刚为大家拉开序幕的正是鹰角网络自主研发的一款3D 即时策略 RPG 游戏《明日方舟：终末地》。这次故事呢，聚焦中末地工业团队延续并扩展了前作塔防游戏《明日方舟》的世界观。各位呢将登陆一颗名为塔卫2的星球，作为管理员，带领来自中末地工业的干员探索这个世界。接下来有请我们的特别嘉宾贝利塔、吉尔佩塔、冯一、
This is not low light, it's true.
当然还少不了我们的
Where's the subtitle? No
管理员，大家
subtitles.
掌声有请。
If there would be cosplayers. No way. Release this month? No. At the best you could get this month would be like a beta. Aura farming time for cosplayers. John and Mary Enfield. And Gibby. The lighting is very dark. It's very dark. Why is it so dark? How do you join a beta though? Well, once they put out the beta joining surveys, you fill out the surveys and then you hope you're lucky. True, where is the pun? Are you gonna float, Gibby? She didn't float? How? What? Also, yeah, it's probably like a weird white balance thing going on. Also, there's like a green light at least, but... Big spear though. Nice spear. Nice prop. Actually, the other, I mean, Gilbert also had a prop. The Yvonne cosplayer doesn't look terribly passionate about this. She looks so bored. She looks so bored. Also, the props did seem a little heavy. She could also just be tired if she's been around cosplaying the entire day at this point. They also did suddenly turn on the lights. Did they actually just forget the lights? I guess it's just that this is their photo session. The low light experience. Oh, for fuck's sake. No news. We started 6 minutes ago. And 4 minutes of that was old trailer. I guess it's mainly for the people who are actually there, I guess. It would just be aura farming though. With a PlayStation in the background. I thought the translation was like dev showcase or something, so we'll see if devs actually pop up or if it was something different actually. Gibby's having a good time though. Also, the fucking waiting music is back. It's playing again. Why is it there again? It is just that, right? Yeah. The fuck? Why is it back again?
感谢角色 coser 们给我们带来的精彩表演，可以到我们的后台稍事休息。谢谢辛苦我们的6位
Look, you have to give people time to take
待
pictures.
会儿呢，我们的 coser 还会再回到我们的舞台上，为我们
There's two fucking music tracks like
以及我们周末地的周边
on top of each other again. There's a little bit of Enfield music and then there's the waiting music. The PlayStation waiting music.
我们的展台也是围了非常多我们游戏的热衷粉丝。那么现在就要请出我们周末地的工业工作人员为我们带来
Enfield in left ear, PlayStation in right ear. Ah, moment.
大家掌声欢迎。
Oh, here's some staff at the very least. Oh, it should be low light. That looks like our guy. Is it? Controllers, no way. Oh, R1 and then face buttons for this is just beta. This is the beta that we know. Okay, so control R1 and then you push face buttons to use skills. Makes sense. Yeah, I guess it's just a showcase of console gameplay probably. It's probably all we get. So we'll mainly get like the UI and layout and then control layouts. With my Xbox controls, it's just gonna be the same as PlayStation controls except different buttons. Also R1 clearly for switching. Probably R1 and D-pad for switching.
现在我们遇到了一队猎地者，大家可以注意到每位干员都有自己独特的。
I mean, it's just gonna be one, and just one of the face buttons for. Okay, L1 is also. Oh, R1 and D-pad is sorry. R1 D-pad is switching. L1 is QTEs, and obviously one of the face buttons is just normal attacks, and one of them is gonna be dodge, and one of them is gonna be jump. Oh wait. Enderman has a different attack combo. Gibby's skill is also, I think, larger.
每位干员的连线机都有着独特的
It's
作用，
not the
在
same.
实战当中非常的关键。
Yeah, that's not Enderman's origin. That's moves from the beta. And also, yeah, some of the effects are clearly different.
继续前进，我们发现了一个宝箱，但是被电网阻挡，没有办法直接打开。这个时候，我们需要观察周围的环境。旁边的高台似乎提供了
It is a
解谜
new
的关键
build.
路径。那现在让我们想办法去往高处探索。
It is a new build. Yeah, Enderman has a different main combo. And it did seem to be faster, yeah.
好，果然我们爬上高台之后就能够绕过电网，顺利地打开宝
That
箱。
wasn't there before.
这种战斗与解谜
Okay,
穿插
picking
的
stuff
设
up is
计，
still
希望
okay.
让
Good.
大家在
They still
战
have
斗
the
之外
stuff
也能够
spilling out of the
享受
chests.
探
I
索与
love
发现
it.
的乐趣。而宝箱当中也包含了珍贵的资源，可以用于干员强化。
A lot less stuff in like the top right. They like just removed a bunch. You can't see. I'm hiding it, but there's a lot less stuff on the top right menu because you open it up instead with select or whatever start button. It just has less
前面
buttons
亮
on
晶
the
晶的
top
这个
right.
物体叫做迷
And
智
then。obviously map is
啊，
top
迷智
left
是
on
游戏当中一
D-pad.
种非常重要的资源，对提升角色
And
能
I'm
力
assuming
也
you
非
need
常关
R1
键。
D-pad will
不
be
过这个迷
character
智非常
switch.
狡猾，一眨眼就飞到了悬崖对面。那为
Oh
了
yeah,
追
also
上
you
它，我
obviously
们
see
首
the
先需要
full
修
charges
复
as
跳台
well
附近
on
的
the
供电终端。
skill bars.
为
I
供
want to
电
see
终
a,
端接通
another set
电
of
力之后，我们就可
combat
以使
quickly
用
to
跳
see
台
like the
一跃而
rest
过
of the combat
然后
UI.
就顺利的捕捉到了这个迷智。
Again.
过来之后，我们发现前面还有一个迷智，那让我们
Is he
现在
picking
跟随
stuff
它
up?
去看看
Wow.
前面会发生什么。
Okay, we're gonna
好，
fight.
现在我们遇到了一群天使，我们先由杰尔佩塔使用控制技能将敌人聚拢，再由管理员释放范围 AOE 打出爆发，紧接着触发连线技
It's going
完
so
成
quickly.
收割。
I think
每个
otherwise
干
they
员的技能
generally
冷
the
却、释放
statuses
时
and
机
stuff
和
look
搭
the
配
same.
组合都非常的关键。
Just fucking
清理
get the
敌
fuck
人
out
后，
of
我
here.
们到达了一处安全区，来激活协议终端，可以进行短暂的休整。
Now, right now the main
继续探索，我们发现另外一个宝箱，不过这一次有一队敌人守在周围。
difference is that it is just a new like the main difference you can actually immediately notice without seeing like actual numbers and stuff or whatever
顺利的击败敌人后，
is the
我们
basic attack
就
combo
夺
being
回了这个
different.
宝箱。好，接下来的遇到的一个是需要3个钥匙才能够解锁的一个
Stack
宝
the
箱。
vulnerability. You just mean like how it
我们的
was
观察，我们需要
usually as
深入到
well,
敌人的
where you
据
just
点
you need to
之内
use
来
2
一边寻
vulnerabilities
找
to
这
get
个小
the
钥匙，一
CC.
边清理敌人。
Also, the shell recipe bar is still there, which actually I kind of do actually
在
think
面
is
对
good.
大量敌人的时候，我们需要精准的控制战斗节奏和
I think the
站位
icons are slightly different, I guess, for some of the clearly dodges first of all still there.
好，这一波我们也是顺利的清理掉了这个敌人，让我们继续前进。啊，同样的，在面对数量集中的敌人之后，通过合理的走位去进行规避、绕过他们，也是一种策略的选择。好，那这个就是最后一个小钥
The
匙。
pillar
现在
cleared
我
out
们
faster.
收集到了3个小钥
No.
匙，顺利的解锁了这个宝箱。
It could be just that it's not necessarily that it's stacking, just that it's indicating that it's like, triggered or whatever. Just if it's 2 bars, then it's like, 2 different bars or whatever. I think that might be a little bit more, yeah, like the hit detection or like the hit lag for
现
stuff
在
might
我
be a bit
们
bigger.
发现了一处蓝色淤积
They don't
点
have the
一旦触
bombs,
发，
they
玩家
can't
就会
blow
会
up the
在短时
rocks.
间内面临高强度的大规模战斗，但我们可以通过提前部署防御塔来去帮助我们
So we're
减
doing
轻
this
正
bit.
面的战斗压力。但同样的防御塔也需要我们前置搭建供电桩来进行功能。我们可以从旁边的中继器当中来拉取电线，为供电桩供能。
What, fucking locking in just to try and not miss anything. Wrong button! They pressed the wrong button!
好，目 目前可以看到我们触发了淤积点，大家可
They
以
die
看
too
到
fast.
敌人会快速的刷新，但由于我们前置部署了防御塔，因此减轻了相当的正面战斗压力。
Now we're just showcasing them getting blasted by turrets.
这波的战斗也非常的顺利，同样的，我们也是获得了一个宝箱的奖励。
They removed the camera change for the chest animation. I know I shouldn't be so hype about it, but they don't take your camera away to showcase the chest spawning anymore. No cutscene! It was a little annoying.
这边我们又路过了一个据点，其实，在地图当中还有类似非常多的据点，这个就留给大家以后自己亲自来探索。
Intentionally running into the cones to make him fall over. I didn't even think of that. It just happened. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, they changed it. But yeah, there is like a... Is that a bar or is that a timer maybe? I wonder if that's a vulnerability... Oh no, yeah, then there is like... Yeah, there is like... It's 3 stacks on the vulnerability now. So there's something different with how vulnerability works, because now it's not just you put it on and then it lasts for a while. Instead, it's 3 bars of stacking, whatever it actually means mechanically in the end. Yeah, it might be more effect or more damage or something. Hold on, a bit longer. Didn't seem that much longer. And yeah, I don't know. SP region, we'll see. I wasn't really paying attention to the SP. We'll see if we get SP region more.
在开放地图当中，我们可以通过
Pick
提
up
前
the yeah,
布
they
局
mined.
建造滑索，来实现2
So
点
mining.
之间的快速穿梭。对于跑路来说十分的方便。
Zoom! I can't remember how quickly the... even if... I'd have to go and like actually compare side to side if like SP generation is faster.
在 PS5 上，得益于
Like the actual charging
手
of
柄
it,
强大的
which
功能
would be quite
通过
difficult to
手柄
really
的
honestly
自适应
see
扳
if it
机，
is
我们可
much
以实现
faster.
在滑行的过程当中独特的力度反馈，让探索的过程更具沉浸感。那接下来就
And
让
yeah,
我们
then it's
再
also
快
messed
速
up by
浏
the
览一下这片
final
地图的风
attacks
光吧。
and so on. Zipline showcase, obviously. Ziplines do still okay. The one thing is ziplines still require... And it's not like the biggest thing, but ziplines do still require the power pylons. You can't connect ziplines directly to the power station. You still need the separate pylon for ziplines. Which can just sometimes make it a little bit cluttered in some areas, but... No fall damages, as it was. Oh, did they actually talk about adaptive triggers? That's fun. If they have adaptives, I like that. I have because I happen to have a PlayStation controller as my controller, so. Assuming if I play on controller, I feel like I might not play Enfield on controller. That's the wrong way
血药需要通过灌装
around.
机来生产，建造灌装机之后，通过浏览配方，我们可以看到，
Decent.
制造血药需要2种关键的原料，
No really
蓝铁
specific
瓶跟乔花粉末。我们
issues
可以
to be
将这个
seen.
配方拼在主
Base
页，
showcase
便于
reel.
我们后续进行跟踪。但这个时候，设备对电力不足的异常状态做出了智能的提示。当设备出现异常时，智能提示会对当前的状态给出解决方案。那因此，
I
我
wonder if
们需
are
要
you
建
gonna show
造
the
一根供电桩来
top
给设备
view
进行供
as
电，
well?
实现设备的正常运转。
I would hope I hope PC version does have DualSense support. So if I want to use controller and have adaptive triggers and everything, I can.
在完成塑形机的建造之后，我们可以通过传送带来把
Yeah,
它
some
们
of
与
this I
灌装
guess.
机进行连接，以便于我们的物资能够自动的在这些设备当中流转。
Oh, they have made the arrows for the inputs and stuff work slightly differently. They like appear and reappear if you're closer and so
通
on.
过精炼炉来加工获得，因此我们需要再建造几台精炼炉。
They seem a bit more visible because that was a thing. It was sometimes difficult to actually see the directions of the arrows. This thing seems to be like higher contrast, and they like move in and out depending on how close you are and so on. To like clutter the screen less. But yeah, they go in if you're not in like... Right, yeah, they remove themselves if you're not in like build mode. And then they become more visible if they're... They also highlighted the inputs in general.
现在我们已经完成基本的准备工作。通过配方可以看到，精炼炉需要输入蓝铁矿石来进行加工。那接下来就让我们在仓库当中去调取一些蓝铁矿石。
My beloved, the bus output. It was still kind of a little bit the wrong way. More so, just funny that they placed it facing... They placed it facing the outputs of the main AIC. Spectator snoozing. Whoa, spinny! They like that. They like that. Luckily, it's an easy fix. They did funny little loop. Are they gonna show the... So I wonder if they're gonna show the what's it now? The top view? The crowd did go crazy. Funny. The crowd liked that. That is why you top-down view. Absolutely. Because they're like, they're clugging. Never mind, that is the input. That's the input? I'm so dumb! It's the input! He's stupid? It's because look, it's early. I woke up half an hour ago. I do still wonder if we'll get different speed belts in full game. I feel like something like either speed controls or different speed belts or something like that would... I would still hope to get into full game, even if it's not here. What is this notification that pops up? The machines look different. Not super significantly, at least. Maybe they're just like slightly more refined, have a little bit more animation to them. Like overall, pretty similar. I can't remember if those machines right now in the top right now had this animation specifically. I like haven't gone back and reviewed exactly what everything was like in the beta we had. Stock port can be an output? Yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, yes, it can. So you mean the like, what's it now? The classic, the infinite loop. I don't know why you put it over there, but the perpetual loop machine, yeah. yeah, belt speed can indeed is pretty easy to in the end add later if needed. It does not really have to be there right at the start, and even if it was, you'd probably unlock it later or something, possibly. It would just make some things. It's not even like it doesn't need to be faster for like. Oh, faster production. Frankly, the reason to have different belt speeds would be to balance the like some of the input speeds. He did it! He did it! I don't think you, unless they've changed how quickly it happens, I don't think you even need two like that. I think you one of them. No, you do need three. No, you do need. You do need three. You do need that full combo to have enough. I mean, yeah, there doesn't really seem to be any struggling with the UIs. Obviously, some of the placing in 3D is a little weird. No matter if it's controller or PC, that part doesn't matter. But you have the top-down view. Because I'm assuming they still have top-down view on controller. It's probably on controller, top-down view is probably less useful than on PC. On PC, it is a huge deal on mouse and keyboard. No need to spam the same message, y'all.
当前研发中的版本
Yeah, that is for healing item. But healing item are some of the more important items you make.
未来更多的展会，我们会与索尼一起带来更多的游戏
I think they're just not showing it for some
体验
reason.
希望大家能在游戏
The
当中
top-down view.
亲自体验中末地的冒险旅程。谢谢大家。
感谢
Was that truly all we get?
人员为我们带来的
Was
精
that all we
彩
get?
秀啊！辛苦两位。
No wolf, I know.
我们两位可以到后台稍事休息啊。接下来呢，就到了我们的舞台互动的环节了。刚刚看到我们 coser 们漂亮的表演、精彩的表演，就有说了，想不想跟我们的 coser 们
No way! I mean, it
近距离的
could
互动
genuinely
接
be
触
just that.
而且我们还会送上超级丰富的
This
周
is
边
supposedly
礼
need
包
more
啊！
time
首先
still,
先请出
but
我们的6位 coser， 来，掌声，请出我们的 coser 们。
Never mind, the aura farming begins again. 20 minutes of cosplay. No way.
欢迎！那我们会邀请线下的玩家朋友们来到
Are we
台
looping?
上。
Oh yeah,
跟我们
maybe
的
they just do
coser
their showcase
打卡互动
again
我们
for
这样
people who weren't there at the
一
start.
共
I don't
有
know.
6位 coser，
I
每
mean,
位
I'll look at it so I
自己
can check the
挑一
combat
位
again.
心仪的玩家，好不好？
I guess. If they
让我们
actually
的
just do it
coser 听一下
again
大家的
or...
热情在哪里，好不好？好，一个个选啊，我们先
Oh yeah,
从
oh yeah,
一峰开始
unless
好
this
吗
is
一峰
indeed... Oh yeah, it
来
is
选
like
一
an
个你想
interaction
要互
segment.
动的玩家，
那个拿着相机、戴帽子、口罩的那个男生。
可以白色口罩，黑色帽子。
I'm just doing the
到我们
pose.
右手边的台口，您的左侧哈。
Well, it's a good thing
好
indeed
我们
my
一峰选完
expectations
了
were
那
really
接下来我们
just...
的吉尔佩塔
Oh hey, at least we
选择
might get... Or we'll get
喜
the
欢杰哥的管理员
controller
吗
UIs and so on.
哇，好热情
And I mean, we did
啊
see that it is still it is a slightly different build. Some of the
好男生
there's some changes to the combat. There's
让我看看。
There's
那
clearly
这边这位
changes
戴口罩的
to-
穿着绿色衣服的管理
there's
员
changes to
好
what's it now?
也是走到我
To,
们的右手边的台口啊。
I wish I
因为
could
这边上台会有
rewind
一
to
点
some of the
危险
combat.
好，接下来我
What
们
if
的
the VOD will be up or
女
something?
管要挑选了。
there's changes to the auto
喜欢
attacks
女管的
somewhat.
来让哦，选
Um,
择
you're getting timed out, yeah, for the spam.
拿着佩蒂卡兔兔的管理员。
Changes to the auto attacks.
好，也是到我们的右手台
At
口
the very least,
准备
changes to the
接下来我们的
animations, and they maybe seem slightly faster. It was still there was still a fair amount of bit to like a fair amount to the
白色
auto
帽子
attack
小哥
combo.
哥好，下面我们
It wasn't
的
like
佩利卡
way faster, way shorter, but it did also just look cooler.
那位穿绿色衣服的
Combo skills seem to be the same, at least from anything from what we could glean from there. The one change is indeed the change to the vulnerability.
最后一位哦，
Change to vulnerability is there's something different with vulnerability now, where instead of it just being a status you apply and then you can apply
好，那
other
请我们的
control
6位来
statuses.
到我们的台口， 我们这样
now it has
一个一
like
个
some
上
form
来
of
跟我们的
stacking function.
coser们互动好不好？先从我们的一峰开始。
Anything about the operator? I didn't really see anything specific, especially for stuff like the AI. It's difficult to get a feel from just like a quick showcase for how the friendly AI functions.
好，来面向我们的镜头，3、2、1。
I think my guy has been sweating a little bit. It must be hot.
OK， 感谢也为你送上我们的周边礼包，谢谢您的参与。
Yeah, that was indeed apparently the showcase. I guess we'll wait if there happens to be anything at the end here, but like hand it to the cosplayer and then hand it to the...
好，小心哦。好，一峰也小心。好，我们的
Debuff Shen's combo?
吉尔佩
God, I wish I could
塔
actually go back and
两边
look at
我们
the-
两位到舞台中央啊，
I can't like rewind, so...
上来就比心。
I wonder if this will
可
actually
以
be up. Because it might not be up as a VOD right away because it is like currently like a continuous stream, so it might not be up right away. I might have to go out. I might have
感谢
to...
为我们的玩家。
We could go to my
来不
own
及啊 ，sorry。
VOD, I guess, on... Like, we could go to the currently active
大家
VOD
起来
on
学一
YouTube.
学
Or does she not too many needs to use her comp? Oh, okay. You know, yeah. Small changes like that obviously might be there. Or clearly are.
好，感谢，要 OK， 好，来3、2、1。女管说，我也要一起蹭拍。
I mean, this will play in the
好
background
我们
while
的下
we...
一位，
Whatever.
跟我们的女管理员
The
互
Gibby
动
cosplay has the energy, yeah.
家面向我们
Bunny
的摄影老师，3、2、1，大家上来的时候可以想一些
But
互动的
don't
动
play my
作。
own voice to me. It will be weird if there's 2 of me speaking. Okay, here's the start of the. All right.
也为我们的玩家
Do you-
送上大礼包。
I appreciate the cosplayers. Do we actually care about this, or do we want to review gameplay?
感谢，可以到我们台下稍事休息，谢谢。
We'll keep it open in case something happens at the end, but
跟男管理员的互动。
and I won't put the sound on here because otherwise I'm also speaking. There's still 15 minutes left, supposedly, of the. Yo, they farming though?
2、1。
Okay, thank you.
好，
I was also in the picture.
2、1。
But then that's why we're keeping it open. So first of all, yeah, I mean, there you can just see that it's a different
好，来是
auto attack combo.
模仿啊，很好。无实物表演。好，为我们的玩家，哦，这个姿势结束。好
That's the finisher.
好的，为我们的玩家送
Also,
上
the
我们
auto
的
attack combo
礼
just
包
looks
感谢
cooler. It just
谢谢
looks
你
like more fun, even though it's still just an auto attack
好
combo.
下一位，来跟我们
Hello,
的
Pearly.
佩丽卡
Every
互
now and
动
then
的
type it back
玩
in.
家。
No announcements. Yet, at least.
佩丽卡已经
Oh, yeah,
等
yeah,
着喽
also, yeah, indeed. It's just one enough for Chen. Just the dog gets hit. No, they both
来
got
看
hit
到我们的
here.
镜头3
Here, both of them got hit.
2 1
Maybe it's later. We might see. Yeah, because here 2 of them get hit and Chen triggers.
有点互动啊，想比
But
心
there
是
might be
不
a
是
spot
比心
later where it's just one. But here you can see that
不
there's
是那么的明显啊
there's a
大家可以
stacking.
比
This is the
心
vulnerability icon. Now it has like 3 bars that go around it in like a circle.
好，也
Obviously, you still have the
感谢
stagger
我们的玩
bars,
家
like,
送上我们的周边礼包。
Filling up. Also, the indicator. Obviously, this is the indicator for viewer targeting,
好，接下来我们的
which actually I
礼
think is slightly more visible. And here, I think here you see like here you see a second stack pop up on the vulnerability. Angry face, or like the little emoji or something,
包好，3、2、1，要不要换一个另外一
or
个
for the
姿势？
cutting.
可以，很好，来，3、2、1，
Did I have a new? Can I have a new fence?
好，也送上我们的周边礼包。
What Chen
感谢
face? Where?
谢谢所有玩家
What did I
朋
miss?
友们
Oh,
的支持
up top there on the top left. That's where here. Oh yeah, here. Yeah. I think this is this. Yeah, that's just the call. It's just like the
好
call in.
谢谢
Yeah, I
谢
think
谢
this
下面
might be
小
new.
心
Yeah.
哦好，我刚
I
刚
don't
看到
remember
就
if this
是
was at the very least it wasn't the
到这一
same
趴
art.
了大家其实都非常的热情，这样好不好
God, I
我们
can't
加
remember
一
if
个我们
these
有一
were
个
there
终极大
for-
礼包给到大家，我只
for the
邀请一位
QTEs
上台
or for the
跟我们
combos
6位
attacks
coser 大
originally.
合
It's at the
影
very least it's a
我
new
看一下
art.
我
But you get like a
我
little
先把手
splash
放
art.
下
Yeah.
我数3、2、1，谁是我第一
I think it
眼
is-
看到
I think it's
最
just
快举
new
手的
art.
现在举手的不算啊，不
And
然
yeah,
待会
here
儿
you see
算不
the
上你们了。我
vulnerability
数
stacks.
3、2、1，谁最快举
Also,
手
there
我
he
选谁，
just
好不好
used Chen skill.
你们准备好了没有？听不见。
SPD
准备好了没有
indeed. SP stops at
来啊，预备。
2 out of 3 bars there. I actually do like to see that the bar is still there. Like the SP bar is
这位小哥哥，
as it was before.
对，
It's at 2. It starts at first of all there's 3 of them and it's shared. It's 3 of them.
是的，只有一
And
个
it
机
starts at
会啊，跟我们的6位 coser 一起合影。
And it doesn't seem
好，小
to
心。
like I'm just purely feeling it out. I don't think it's like automatically charging any faster.
来吧，那我
But
们
obviously you
的
get
机会准备
charged
了
from
哎有一种被簇拥的感觉，是不是很
Final
好啊
attacks and so on.
好，面向我们的镜头，来，3、2、1，咔嚓！
I think is that. Well, because here we actually get to see a.
好像
Is that
有
a?
点腼腆，你要
Is
不
that
要
also
放
a,
开一
actually a
点
stacked like?
有一点点小小的害羞，
Dude, they
是
actually
不是
does everything have like a triple stack now? I think all of them actually have like a triple, or at least whatever is applied first. But I think we actually see 2 of them here.
2、1，
First of all, she applied well, because right, yeah.
好了，没关系。
Polika's combo
好
skill is
也送上
different.
我们的终极礼包，谢谢。
Because now she has now the enemy has both vulnerability and
谢谢我们各位精致的
electrify on
我
them.
们带来的精彩的内容以及互动，感谢大家。
Do all the characters have an angry face? Maybe they do. They have a combat face now.
谢谢所有玩家朋友们对我 coser 的支持。
So now
谢谢
seemingly all the statuses have like a triple stack thing now.
感谢上台互动的
So
所有
there's
的玩
some
家朋友们
new
以及
like status stacking
围观在我们舞台
effect
区域周边
rather
没有
than just the
没能上台的
reactions.
玩家朋友们啊，你们的热情也让我们的这个舞台更加的鲜活。明日方舟周末地的游戏分享会呢，到这边就
This is
全
the
部都
banner
结束
before.
了。再次感谢大家的热情参与。
Yeah, because
谢
it's
谢
just
大
like
家
originally it was just the
那在
normal
短暂的
splash
休
art
息之
that
后
she
下
has.
一个整点
Now they
我们
just
将
have
为
like
大
new
家带来
versions
的
for
是
the
咱
tech.
们索尼 ChinaJoy 舞台的大轴大戏就要登场了，那就是网易创新海洋冒险 RPG 遗忘
Just
之
seen on
海
demo
将带
3.
来超级
Yeah,
精
but it's,
彩
I
的
think it,
coser
it
小剧场。
didn't used to
深海
be
的神秘与未
angry,
知真的
yeah.
召唤。稍等片刻，我们
The Frank
整
River
点
isn't
马上
new.
回来。
We're not talking about the two bolts. This is a new Nest trade. Okay, it's just over. This is just fucking Ghost of Yote again.
And now,
Infil section is just over. Okay, cool.
is after you.
Epic. Lamal. I'm not talking about for the electric. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the fact that it's two bolts. It's this bar here, which is kind of a little bit hard to see, to be honest. There's some kind of elemental stacking thing now. So it's not just reactions between them, but you can also I'm guessing if you use the same element again, then yeah, and yeah, Enderman's attacks are different. They've changed, just like at the very least they've changed the animations of the normal attacks. Yeah, I'm wondering how the sort of stacking element thing works now. Obviously this is puzzling. Nothing really new there for those, so. Because yeah, you do indeed get, and obviously here you got corrosion as well. So the same effects still seem to be in. Then you get the second stack. I don't think we see... Do we see a third stack happen at any point? I'm fucking covering it up. Oh, there's no third stack there. Oh, wait, here we should get a third stack. They just die instantly, so we don't get to see. Also, you don't need the full 3 stacks to trigger the effect. We see the lift here already. So we have 1 stack. And we get a lift on all of them already. Damn, Grief was there before? Oh my god, we're so dumb. It doesn't need to be a cooldown bar. It's something else. I'm assuming you get something for triple stack. I'm not sure if we see the triple stack at all here. Physical plus physical is a lift. Well, it's because it's if there is no effect on an enemy, this is how it was in the first beta, and it's probably still seems to be still now. If there's no physical effect on an enemy, it applies vulnerability. Then the next physical effect actually applies the status. So here we see Enderman uses skill, which applies knockback, but they don't get knocked back right away because they don't have like a vulnerability on them yet. This first of all, hitting this triggers Chen. Chen uses it, and then they're all lifted, but it also applies the second stack to the vulnerability counter, which we don't know what it does yet. Oh yeah, we'll check the last combat if indeed Chen can combo off of one enemy. Because, well, here we actually do see Chen essentially trigger the third stack because she uses skill. But the enemy just dies. Also, here's the, like, this is the timer for the effect. Actually, this is the, wait, this is actually timer for Enderman's skill. Yeah, because we don't actually get to see what it really does for real, because just die instantly. It could be something like just a bigger hit of damage, like some kind of damage boost. Okay, that's yeah, because that's combo. No, that was just normal attack ending. Look that they die. I put myself very quiet. Also, just me like how it was. No, this is fun. It's weird. It's weird if we listen to both of me. I don't mind listening to myself. When it's two of me talking, then it gets weird. The elemental burst effect after it triggers, they can't take on the damage till it goes away. No, at least it wasn't like that before. Because you can like refresh the durations of the elemental effects and stuff, so you can still just apply the elements. Chen just needs two people with vulnerability on them to trigger. Dapan is the one that needs lift, yeah. So here we got nature. Oh yeah, because that was skill and not combo skill. Because yeah, this doesn't apply any element, it just does big damage. Oh yeah, it does. It disappears significantly faster. the Perlica pillar disappears significantly faster. See that again properly. Is the animation like ever so slightly longer? Like it hangs maybe on the end slightly longer, but I feel like I also just might be hallucinating. Yeah, the pillar disappears significantly faster. Originally it or in the beta we had, it stayed around for a while. Which I didn't really mind. I didn't really mind it. But I guess it could sometimes be in the way. Do more damage now? Well, that doesn't... You can't say anything about how much damage you actually do because it's like level 18 enemies. These guys are like level 20. It's just like the enemies are weaker. If you're killing low level enemies and we like don't know their gear and weapons and so on, you know, it doesn't really tell us anything. Here we have the turret bit, obviously, where he does a mispress. He hits the wrong button. He does an attack instead of. Also, clearly triangle is not the attack button. It's probably just square or like left face button. So we just mainly get to see the turrets just kill stuff. And Endmin aura farming. At least on this particular section, the AI is being fairly aggressive with attacks. Except Perlica over here. Blasting all of her magic into the turret. What are you doing, girl? Her pathfinding not quite correct. She's blocked by the turret and all her attacks are missing. They're hitting the turret. Did it land? No, he's right there. You saw it didn't land. You see the effect happen on the turret. Here it hits. She's like off to the side. But then once she goes back here, if you pay attention to the turret, like around here, you'll see it hit the turret. Boop, it hits it right there. She does it again. Boop, it hits it on the turret. Boop, it hits the turret. And yeah, dodge is still there. We also, we don't actually get to see if dodge functions significantly different here. Because that was QTE, wasn't it? Wait a minute. Never mind, that's not QTE. That's not QTE. Wait a minute. I just said we didn't see if the dodge functions any differently, but I think it actually might. Oh no, I think that's just the dodge attack, I think. For a second I thought it continued the auto combo, but that's the dodge attack. I wish he continued the combo so that I... Because what's the start of the normal combo? Does it start... I'm assuming it loops back into the start of the normal combo? Does the normal combo start like a... downward slash to the left? Yeah, it is, okay. Yeah, this is the dodge attack and then... Yeah, then it goes into the start of the normal combo. Okay. Also, yeah, wait a minute. Is there indeed... Where is the... Is there not a dodge stamina indicator? Oh yeah, there isn't. At least I don't see it anywhere. There's not like the little bars or whatever next to the dodge anymore. I think the dodge attack was simply changed slightly, like it just looks different. Is it there? Doesn't he dodge here? He attacks here and then he like dodges to the side. Yeah, that's a dodge. But you don't see the like stamina or whatever. It's below L1. Below the L1 bit. Also, I'm actually like... It's cropped weird? It is cropped. Why is it cropped weird? Didn't realize it was cropped weird the whole time on the stream. No, it does. It does. It's just different. It's just the dodge attack looks different. It's right there, very blurry. I guess it's just kind of... It's blurry and hard to see. Because it's not there at all times. Okay, yeah, no, it is just so difficult to see. It's right there. It's there. What do you mean it triggers per like a combo? It does trigger. Well, yeah, but it's... Actually, it does trigger per like a combo. That's also not the final attack that we see in the combo otherwise, is it? Can we see like a full combo again somewhere? Do we have more combat? Okay, we do. Because what is the normal ending to the combo? Fuck, used ult. Dodge doesn't consume SP. Well, first of all, there was a... Oh, they made the... We see a perfect dodge there. They gave it a little bit of an extra animation for the perfect dodge. Just like a character animation. Soon, after the ult, we see Enderman do a little flip. Yeah, she does a little flip when she dodges. Oh no, yeah, it is the final attack of the combo, isn't it? Also, actually, wait. Yeah, it did save it there. But it's... No, but it doesn't save it. It skips to the last hit. I think it specifically skips to the last hit. Unless, no, because it might just be the last hit. Yeah, no. At the very least, I guess from perfect dodge, you skip to the last hit. I have to go back and try and see. Also, yeah, indeed, here does indeed Chen... Because I think here's where I'm supposed to see Chen trigger off of just one. Because, you know, Chen already triggered there and it was two of them. Oh no, yeah, here do we get a vulnerability. Okay, yeah, Chen indeed. Also, here we actually see the triple stack. Is that the triple stack or is it just really hard to see? No, okay, not triple stack. Okay, yeah, Chen does indeed. Chen also just This is like tiny change, like small changes or whatever. Chen does indeed trigger now off of just a single vulnerability. You don't have to hit 2 enemies to trigger him. Oh, Tobo is gonna hate that for sure, yeah. So yeah, they did add a reward to perfect dodging. But then it becomes like, how does normal dodge then just function? That's all the combat, right? Okay, let's see if we can go back to some other combat section where you might see like more dodge. Wait. Forward here? No, backwards. Yeah, here. Is anything here? I don't think we see anything here. But actually, because we... Well, because fuck, I want to see just a normal ass attack combo. I want to see the full attack string so that I recognize what moves come after what. It's interrupted by skill. Skill's still interrupted. Okay, yeah, so it's the like uppercut move, and after that, it's the final attack. So I just want to see... What did I want to see? Right. Over here, I then want to see the dodge bit that we see here. Does he get to the final attack? Like the uppercut? He doesn't. But that wasn't a perfect dodge either, was it? That wasn't a perfect dodge either, though. But it still skips to the final? Yeah, because that's not... So, yeah, because that's the thing. It's not that it continues the combo. It's specifically that it skips to final hit. And yeah, it gives you SP. They ruined my Endfield. Oh, see, if only we could better see, like, for example, how much dodge stamina you have. No, because YouTube chat pointed out that this actually isn't just dodge attack, because it also triggers Perlica's combo skill, which is triggered off of final hit. Assuming it's still triggered off of final hit only, of course, but it is also the same animation as the final hit of a normal string. And then it restarts the combo. It goes to the first hit. But he also doesn't, indeed, here he doesn't get to the final hit, or he doesn't get to the second last hit of the combo before dodging, then using final hit, essentially, after the dodge. And this was indeed just a dodge, not like a perfect dodge like earlier, or later, I guess. Because they could have changed the conditions for the trigger. That's obviously the thing, is that we don't actually know. But if we assume the conditions are still the same. Me losing my, you can't see me losing my shit over the chest animation being different or whatever. What's the point of basically if you just dodge the final hit? Well, I mean, first of all, it actually makes dodges being like a limited resource, because if dodges are still a limited resource, then now it's very hard to, it's hard to see how many dodges you indeed have. Okay, well, this is first of all early game, so you have less dodges. But in theory, if they give you less dodges now, because now you have 3 dodge charges. If they simply give you less dodge charges, it now means that, okay, yes, you could in theory spam dodge into final hits. But then you're using up all your dodges, and thus you will have less ways to avoid damage. Much earlier, enemy uses skill, then attacks and triggers QT. Which one of the combat sections? Yeah, there was not much. some there's clearly some combat changes, but back to when the perfect dodge is coming right up here. At the very least, perfect dodge indeed just lets you skip directly to it. Right? Yeah, because the trigger's pearly. Yeah, it triggers pearly, so it is final. Well, assuming it's still indeed the same trigger condition. And I'm assuming it does also give you SP. And yeah, it gives you SP. When it hits, you get SP. So it does, at the very least, it functions like a final hit. Controller support, yeah. He edited a pic of Lowlight being dead. Okay, cool. Doesn't use dodge charge. Now we can actually kind of see the dodge charges, first of all. Oh yeah, it doesn't bring up the dodge charge. It indeed does not bring up the dodge charge. So I guess, I mean, that might be your benefit for perfect dodging them. Is not actually using up a dodge charge. Which does indeed, it makes dodges like a resource to use for like SP gain and getting your final hits in. The movement does feel slightly faster, but that might just be just be the animations. Just like the speed of the animations and so on. Because yeah, it doesn't indeed seem to use a dodge charge when you... whatever. But then I really hope that they have less dodge charges. You ended up with quite a few dodge, like, charges in the beta once you maxed it out. So I hope there's significantly less of them then. If you can sort of use them as a resource. But then perfect dodges, like, don't use them up. But it does indeed, it does go more in the direction of making it, you know, a faster action. And at the very least for perfect dodges, you know, more reactive. Only dodge red circle attacks. Oh yeah, because I guess we don't get to see, well... I don't know why it would be only red circle attacks. It'd be a bit of a weird way to do it. Obviously, yeah, we also don't have enough the info. Last enemy in this scene, enemy dashes to the enemy but doesn't do any special attack move. Does she? No, she does. I don't know if maybe the timing just for is... yeah, she just does start like a normal combo there. Maybe it has a cooldown? Because yeah, here indeed there is a dash, but it just goes into the normal combo. It could just be the time, because like Enbin, I guess, stops for a moment. The alternative could be like some form of cooldown. There it could just be that you don't press it fast enough so it doesn't trigger. Or there's some weird conditionals to when it actually functions. So it can be sort of strategic. Well, I mean, that depends on like the whole picture of the combat instead of a 15-minute, not even 15, like 10-minute showcase. Let's go to the earlier combats as well. Because I wondered what exactly your guys' definition of strategic is. or relating to strategy, important or essential in relation to a plan of action, essential to the effective conduct of war. Strategy. Science of an art of military command exercise to meet the enemy combat in under advantageous conditions. Variety or instance of the use of strategy. What? Careful plan or method. Art of devising or employing plans or stratagems toward a goal. Also, I mean, yes, they did use like strategic something 3D RPG on like 3 years ago when they originally announced the game, yes. Was it 3 ago? It's almost 4 years ago actually by now, isn't it? Is this the first this is the first combat section, yeah. Okay, no, I thought they just looked at it wrong. Yeah, just QTE trigger. So there's much more to spot here. There's obviously, well, there's clearly changes, but it's hard to say what exactly the changes are without, you know, actually knowing. Yeah, vulnerable works differently somehow. Actually, all the statuses work slightly differently now because there's like a 3-stack thing on them now. Which we also don't know how it actually works in the end. Also, yeah, they do never up the character list, yeah. And they don't put Wolfguard in, they put in Gibby. Actually, do we also have a dodge here where it doesn't like... Oh no, that was just a restarting the combo attack. Or not combo attack, the normal attacks. Fucking... Oh, no, it wasn't on the... Also, yeah, indeed. Now it's some other, completely other game there. First of all, no announcements, however, just a small showcase where, however, there is... We do get to see some changes have been made to the combat. But then we don't know the details of exactly how they've been changed. Because obviously they just dodged out of the way, like, much earlier. Just looking at the SP bar. Hey, thank you for the 10 gifted, Mihai. Is Fjall scrapped? Maybe. No, where Fjall? I was just laughing at him interrupting his final attack hit by using ult. So he didn't get like the SP because he interrupted the final attack. So all of your skills and still will still like interrupt your normal combos and so on. You know, I don't want, if they're like whatever the end game mode, if it has timer. Timers are not like a good answer to difficulty. And here you also have, don't you have a dodge here and it doesn't trigger? Yeah, here you also have a, and also thank you for the blue super chat.
Hello.
Because here you get a, well, first the dash looked a little funky when it went reverse. Because here you have a dash, and they start attacking like right after the dash ends. She is frozen in time. Looks a little weird. Because here they dash, and they pretty much start attacking right away. I feel like that was the character turn because they started attacking, so it locked on. But they don't use the final hit like that we see later. So I wonder if there's some kind of cooldown, because they use final hit here, right? They use final hit, then they dodge, but they don't get like a second final hit right away. Like or it doesn't like skip to the final hit. And obviously they use a dodge charge. So there's clearly more shenanigans on how exactly the dodge and final hits now function. Yeah, only dodge the dodge. Well, because it's not only dodge the dodge attacks, because later we see, unless the one later does like dodge an attack, but we don't get like the fancy perfect dodge animation. Because then here, at the very least, we do not get the indicator for there being like a, you know, there's no attack going out here. Here, there's no attack going out when they dodge and then they do the final hit, but they haven't done a final hit in a while. But now they dodge and they use a bit of dodge bar. They use a dodge bar right there. And then they get the final hit. But they hadn't like used one, while earlier they just used a final hit, then they dodged, but they didn't get like the skip. But here they were also, here they were like mid combo. Here they were mid combo. There and on the previous one they just finished a combo. And then later here, because here they do the perfect dodge, which then lets them go into final hit. But here indeed they're not mid combo. Here they specifically just like walk away. So their combo is like not going at all. And once they perfect dodge, then they go right to final hit. And then they start a normal attack, but they don't get to finish the whole string. And here it might just be that, you know, the timing is tight for actually putting in the input. Because here they, you know, dash. But no, because even here, actually, because even here, the dash actually, like, I think the turn here might just be them turning to attack the unit. Like when you just press the attack button, your dude will lock on and turn to hit the unit. Like the dodge is, like the dash is just ending, and then they actually like specifically kind of suddenly one frame they're in the start of the attack animation as they bring out the sword. So it might not be, I think there's some kind of cooldown or limitation to specifically getting final hit from dodges. Because we know that there's now a mechanic where you can get to final hit from dodge. Seemingly both perfect dodge and also just a normal dodge. But then not always. At the very least, not after you've like just had a final hit. Be that final hit from a dodge or just normally. Doesn't it interrupt the combo to final strike? It does. It's not that it doesn't. I think it interrupts combo. Maybe I feel like did we see a point where we interrupt combo? It's not. I don't know if it's a combo interrupt thing. It's not, because sometimes you just skip directly to the final hit rather than it just continuing the combo where it left off. It's something else. I'm not sure if do we see a point where they dodge and then continue the combo normally? I feel like we don't. Here they don't do like almost any dodges. But then we have this spot here. Yeah, it's skipping, not unlike an interrupt thing. It's not just continuing the combo where it left off. It still gives SP, yeah. Because here we have a dodge, but they like do not continue the combo from it. They let it reset. And here they just finish the combo. Yeah, here they just start it and do the full combo. Except they interrupt the actual final hit. They actually don't hit that final hit and they don't get SP for it because they use the ult. And then here, they do the full combo, then they dodge and they go into a normal combo, and they don't get another final hit right away. And then they finish it. The earlier section. Here. I don't think we... I feel like we don't... I don't think there's any point here where they dodge and then go right into like... Or like specifically dodging mid-combo and then going into, like, continuing the normal attacks. We just don't see. Because there's clearly some weird interaction now with it, or some specific interaction with it now, since dodge does... Also here, you actually, once again, you see another section where they do the full attack string, get the final hit, and then right after, I think they dodge over to the remaining enemy and just do... Actually, maybe that's not dodge. That might actually just be continuing the attack string, and it just moves you closer. This actually might not be a dodge. This might just be... Okay, yeah, that's not a dodge. That's just the attack string moving you closer. Yeah, there's no bar. I mean, as a passive that has cooldown, whereas dodge could skip to final strike. Because that's also a thing. It could indeed be an endmin specific skill. It could not even be a universal change to the dodge. It could be an endmin specific like effect in theory, or I don't think it would be gear, but like a passive or something on endmin specifically, and not an overall change to the dodge. It would be a little funky if it was, but there's no specific lock-on mechanic. You just get like an indicator on who you're targeting, which I didn't really ever feel like I had trouble targeting the enemy that I wanted, even without a specific lock-on in beta. Okay, I think we've pretty much gleaned all we can. There doesn't seem to be anything more to grab from here. There's changes to dodge, there's changes to normal attack strings, there's changes to how vulnerability and like statuses work to some extent, just with the fact that we have like this whole stacking thing now where you can do like 3 hits of a status. Predicted the future. I mean, well, because I mean, it was pretty. You heard it when it happened. You heard it a lot of people wanted the dodge to work differently. Interesting. It's not all combat. No, we have the base as well, but obviously there wasn't really as much to glean in the base portion of what was going on. Also, they zoom around on zip lines a whole bunch to showcase zip lines. There is a base section, but it's there didn't really seem to be any significant changes to base. Some of the indicators of like the arrows here and stuff seem to be slightly more visible. They also don't show top down at all, which I'm assuming still exists on the console version as well. There's no reason to not have the top-down view on console as well, but... Oh yeah, and there's also some changes to combo skills, but that's just like changes to trigger conditions of combo skills, and not like a mechanical change, really. Some already Doom plus a new dodge. Of course they are, because while I agree with some of Tobo's bits, a lot of it is also quite doom posting, where it's like, oh, if there exists a dodge, the game is dead, which is just not real. Shadow looks sus. But obviously from this tiny little showcase, we just don't have it. Oh, here's the funny part. They do a little circle. Haha, hee hee. Because for some reason they indeed don't show the top-down view at all when they're doing this base stuff. They're doing it all in like this form, which is a little funny, I think. But sure. How did they mess that up? Dude, sometimes specifically when you're trying to put the belts down on the ground in this view, not the top-down view, they just sometimes do that, man. Look, they just do it sometimes. They just do it. Enfield would be like Genshin, where they sell defensive abilities and characters since there is no dodge button. Huh? There is a dodge button. What? Also, he didn't. Well, he didn't remove the part that went wrong. He fixed it, but he didn't remove the extras. And yeah, indeed, there is already parries and stuff in the game, like a parry skill and so on. But it's a character specific. Yeah, they goofed up. Yeah, because there's nothing really. This is the part that they've just increased like the contrast on the inputs and outputs of the machines when you're actually like doing stuff, so that it's just easier to see, like, as which direction they are and so on. Also, Genshin also indeed has a dodge button, has always had, and it actually even has like some form of iframes. They're just quite small, and you don't get anything specific for it. What does bottom right say next to L3? It's just like, oh, it's like a specific UID ChinaJoy 25. Oh, right, not left. What does it say? Over here, these are probably just your controls for like rotating and so on. Also here, oh yeah, L3 is actually, I'd assume this would probably be the top-down view. Here. That's probably top-down view, I would somehow assume. See if I can just get a screenshot of it real quick. It's kind of low quality, but... Oh fuck, my stupid face is in the way. Bring it up, please. Thank you. I'm assuming that's probably top-down view. It would make sense for it to just be a... would make sense for it to be just like, yeah, click the stick in and you get top-down view. I don't know, indeed. I don't know why they don't show it. I'll check. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but... It can't translate it. It doesn't recognize it. No, because it's trying to do it from Finnish. Oh, it's sprint? Huh? Is that the kind? What is it? What is it? Did it detect the language correctly? Are you translating from the right language? Because now it's using detect language, and not if you do Finnish, it doesn't do anything. So it's detecting language now, but sprint. A good, I guess sprint could be stick, but why would it be there? Oh, I guess it, well, because, yeah, because it's there. Yeah, it is just sprint because it's there when you're not in build mode. This isn't build mode. You're in normal mode. This is like, no, this is build mode. Why is there a sprint in build mode? Toggle sprint? Yeah, maybe if we actually choose the language. Chinese simplified. It still says sprint. Chinese traditional. Sprint. Sprint? Oh, it's conveyor? Is that what it is? No big info, no. When it comes to like any dates or releases or betas or anything. Maybe it is just conveyor. It's just pulling up conveyor like... Well, no, because conveyor is here. Why is there a sprint button when you're specifically in conveyor mode? Oh, the guy's using conveyor. Huh? Okay. Maybe not sprint. Yeah, because it might just be translating incorrectly. So I'm assuming is it translating incorrectly because sprint makes no sense. Sprint makes no sense to have there in build mode. Because this is specifically build mode. It's also specifically in like conveyor placing mode. Because then when you're in like normal build mode, it doesn't have the L3 there. Then it's different. It's some specific controls for like conveyor, I guess. It could be just move or something. Like, yeah. It's probably mistranslated. And because, yeah. It makes no sense. Maybe base gets so big you want to sprint in base build. It's also not even sprint in base building mode. Specifically sprint in conveyor placing mode. But first of all, there's a bunch of extra buttons as well, which however are covered by the fucking chat. So can't actually grab them to try and translate them. Do we have a VOD for the Billy Billy? Is that a thing we have? I'm assuming not because it's like a continuous stream. So there probably isn't like a VOD or whatever available right away. Oh, there is. Never mind, there's on YouTube. Do we have this? Okay, we do. Okay, yeah. It's just the full. Okay, give me this text and take me to translate. Because this is obviously just, I mean, this should just be normal base controls. Some set of normal base controls. That's not. Lens zoom confirm placement, change conveyor priority direction. Oh, so that should just be flipping. That's probably just flipping the rotation or something. And then cancel placement. Okay, you know, good enough, fair enough. Wrong one. Okay, now we don't have to look at my VOD. Yeah, I was assuming someone would indeed just record it so that you have it also in like slightly better quality. Well, I mean, it's the same quality as on. It's just not double streamed quality if we were watching my VOD. Oh yeah, nothing really. There doesn't seem to be any significant changes to how the base functions. Some bits maybe look slightly cleaner and like easier to see while you're building. So just visual changes for the base, if anything. Insert stuff made from stones. Well, no, because you're making bottles from the stones so that you can contain the healing items in something. You know, you make packaging. And then the actual healing part is from plant. The R1... Was there a R1 there? Yeah, I think R1 is just opening up. That looks like the construction menu. I think that's just opening up the construction menu to build more items or build facilities. I think that looks like the same icon, if I remember correctly. Oh, so you have this over here as well. What is I guess what does this translate to? I have to like cancel this. Just industry. Industry. Yeah, I guess it's just build mode. Yeah, it's just build mode combat, yeah, isn't it? And then, well, I'm actually hiding it. Wait. You just have, like, yeah, you have icons here. This is your, like, whatever. Like, I think this is your weapons tab or, like, items tab. No, this is your items. This is your weapons tab or whatever. It's like your key items tab, and this is, like, your items, and then you just open up more of the menu. Also, it's all weirdly cropped now. There we go. Oh, because I'm using the wrong crop, that's why. I was using the wrong source. Yeah, not really any changes in base. I don't know why they don't show, why they decided to not show the top down, but they didn't for some reason. Yeah, I don't think the top left is indeed. This is indeed probably just this is toggle between build mode and normal walking around mode. Could this be like top down? Because I'm assuming maybe they don't have top down on PlayStation for this build for some reason, but I'm assuming they will still have top down on console. It doesn't make any sense to not have it. So they don't show a lot here. They just kind of show no character. They don't show any menus actually, other than base menus or like, you know, facility menus. Actually, they quickly show a. Literally just noticed this. They pull up a radial. Okay, yeah, you have a radial just for inventory and stuff. So you do have it is always nice to have a radial menu on console controls. A radial for everything. So that you can then go in and select. And obviously you pick them out from there in place. Or you have the... Because actually I wonder how the hotkeys... Oh yeah, so you press L1 and then I guess... You somehow select something from here when you do L1. Also, I think there's a hotkey for starting the conveyor placement. Because we don't see them like... When they start putting down conveyors, it just kind of pulls up instantly. Oh, never mind. No. Okay, no, we see for just a second there. They press L1 and this like... zooms out the bottom menu, the Minecraft menu. Very quickly. Back here. Okay, yeah. When you pull this up, square somehow starts selecting these. I'm assuming you press square and then you get to select the one you want or whatever. And then just down on D-pad just takes up the conveyors. Okay. Actually, there was even more there still. Indeed selects in some way. Like it highlights it highlights one of the things, but then they pick the conveyor. Okay, now it's like fully pulled up. And then like I guess you can... Oh, you just D-pad to select which one you want, and then you press... Okay, that makes sense. It highlights it because this is the one that's selected, and then you just press square to actually grab it. Okay. Yippers. And then once they finish running around at the base a little bit, then they just end. Then it just ends. So yeah, not any big changes to base, other than obviously seeing the UI for it, which is... the UI for everything seems good. And for example, the way that the combat UI works, I think is also pretty decent. The way that like switching works, the way that your skills works, with like the layered menus of... When I get, yeah, it probably is indeed, for ults as well, it's probably the same thing. You press R1 and then you hold the button to use ult, and tap it to use skill. Yeah, there might be some graphical changes, obviously, as well. You might have to, like, go and more specifically compare to what we had in the January beta, but... Yeah, visually, otherwise, it looks pretty similar to me. I don't really see anything too specific. Frankly, Christ, they're HQ level 60, but only level 20 units. Shaking my head. Base skins probably will be a thing, I feel like, because they asked about, like, would you like skins for your base? No updates on any dates or betas, no. Okay, well, I'm sure people will be absolutely losing their minds and dooming over the dodge, for sure. I have thoughts, I guess, but as you can see, I'm a disheveled mess as I got up for literally just this. And actually ended up going a bunch of extra time because there was at least something to actually go through, you know? It wasn't the same build that we saw in January. Which, like, hey, I'll take it. My hair is different from the thumbnail, however, yes. It's not the same kind of disheveled. It's too long, I think. It's currently too long and greasy to do the same kind of disheveled that it was in the thumbnail. I have a bunch of screenshots now here that I was trying to translate. It's advertised messy here. It's kind of messy. It's like slightly messy. It's much messier in the back than in the front. You see only my presentable side. But okay, I mean, we'll see if we get something actual and real. I guess I'll quickly check like Weibo's or Twitter. Because the funny thing is, however, indeed, that they do still they don't really like announce anything, but at the same time, it is clearly a new build of the game, and there are actual changes you can see and notice from the game. But then, like, they also just don't really like showcase it. Otherwise, because they didn't put like any Weibo posts or anything. To like wherever. I'm trying to find. Oh, there it is. I wanted to find the Enfield Billy so I can also bookmark it. They did not post anything to the Billy either. There is no new contents, no new post or anything. Yep, nothing happened. I assume there's more characters on release. Yes, maybe not Scotty or Aya, but we'll see if they give us more news later at some point. Clearly, no news for this other than the fact that yes, there is a new build, and that's the one that they were showcasing at the PlayStation Place. And things have changed, and they've changed in a way that a certain section of people will be fucking mad about and start losing their mind, probably. Which, okay, they're allowed to lose their mind, sure. But for now, okay, goodbye. I'm gonna, like, go take a nap. Like a long nap. I think the next place Enfield is at is Gamescom at the latter half of August is the next place Enfield is, I believe. So over there to Copium, over there then. Goodbye, bye-bye.